It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now,
the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
A gain of 2 brings up.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense to get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
First down. First and 10 at the 36.
Here's Penix. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Gesicki. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down, here's the option. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
no, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Young now after the fumble recovery. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's good for the Panthers. First down.
Now Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Falcons, first down.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons, first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcon, first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll throw with Penix. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air, Penix. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
It's fourth down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Falcons 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Throwing, Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, right at the 40. Young to throw it. They'll find McMillan here. Second and 7. Here is Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
13 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down.
They'll throw again. Young. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This now a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw Penix. He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Falcons, first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating him up right now. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Young off the play fake. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now here's Young.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Young to throw it.
short throw caught by Pitts. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Young working out of the gun. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. Let's see if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. 21-3 is your score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. More of the motion man right. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Falcons first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Now Penix.
At the 45-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down and 3.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Robinson with another carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
A gain of 1 yard on the
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw, Young. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Gain of 11. And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10.
Young.
43-yard line.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. It'll be Young again. Got a man, that's the gut. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Young. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
28, Falcons 6.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix. He'll try and do this himself. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Panthers punter now. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 36-yard line.
To the air, Penix. Caught out left side by Robinson. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the New York Jets. And this is the Titans quarterback. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Titans get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is Dylan Laube. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Vikings move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5 with this win. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the veteran, and he's still got it, Joe Mixon. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's lead as we play here in the month of November. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here comes third down and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To start it out, Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Falcons, first down.
3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, you want to run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcon.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll throw with Penix. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Robinson toss play left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Penix. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Penix going to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. That's taken in by Watson. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd
Young.
and 7 at the 37.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Trey Tucker.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
looking to throw Penix.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Hey, he's moving! He's moving, boys! Moving! Switch!
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40.
Here's Young.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Turns out to be a great idea to take that one. Good for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
A good move. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll try to throw now. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Trey Tucker.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Finds through and now a crease. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And running with power here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Again, it's Robinson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, it's Penix. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Penix working out of the gun here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Falcons 1st down.
Robinson on the right side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Keanu Benton. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Panthers 1st down.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now Penix.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
A play fake. Now Penix. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
operating from the gun, Penix. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Falcons.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 47-yard line.
Throwing again, Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes and down he goes. Keanu Britton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
9 yards.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's another Falcons first down.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Penix's pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To Kadero Hodge. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
5-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They are going for it. Penix. That is caught. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The tight end in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the air, Penix. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
It's 4th down and goal.
Got to try it here, and he's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out and take a look, and we will take a short break. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 12.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And
they'll throw with Penix. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's Penix. Now and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.